Okay, so my cockatiels are just missing in action. Actually, they are both in their box. She's probably got 2 or 3 eggs in there by now, but I'm not going to disturb them. When their cold date comes, which will be Wednesday the 6th, I will run them out of that box and pull their eggs down to just 4 fertile embryos. My fosters are a big disappointment. The yellow cock broke up a pair. So he's with the white, the yellow recessive pied. He's with the white recessive pied. The male white recessive pied is not accepting the other hen. The little yellow-faced hen refused any box but the one that the blue hen was in, and they fought so much and so hard that she's damaged herself, I think both feet, and she's on antibiotics. So at this point I only have 2 fosters in action. These 2 are in here together. This is the new green hen and the rejected male. I'm going to give them a nest box and see if that doesn't get them to hook up. And this little girl, 2 days into antibiotics, is the first time she's been on the perch. Otherwise, she's just been laying on the ground because one of her feet is badly bitten. I think she might even lose a piece of a toe. The other one, I can't really tell what's going on, but it's so bad that she stands on the missing toe rather than that one. So, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping to be able to put them back in there and put them to work. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. Because with an injury, she should get 5 days of Amtil, and she should be free of infection anyway. And then I will throw her back in a cage. So terrible foster. So my Rosie Borks were up here doing absolutely nothing, and I've determined that although this is a lovely breeding setup for budgies, Rosie Borks do not like it at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them out here in their big flight. They live with a pair of cockatiels. The other pair is actively nesting. And I think what I'm going to do is they're back out here. They get along just fine with Zoo and Cotton. Cotton's out here without the ring on her neck, and so far she has not pulled all of her feathers out from under her wings yet. She grew them all in while she was in there with the collar of shame on. So she's not pulling feathers. So I'm feeling good about that. The Borks are there. I ordered another nest box, and I'm going to give both of these pairs a nest box and try breeding them out here. I'll put the Borks back there up in the corner with a regular parakeet box with a tiny hole in it that the cockatiels can't get into. And I'll put the cockatiels down over here somewhere, and we'll see if that is what they would like. We'll see. Okay. So, that freed me up a cage. I can't use that nest box, but I cleaned up another nest box. And this is an Island Flow, back out here for round 2. They bred very successfully in the spring. I have 4 beautiful chicks from them, and I hope to get a few more. This is Unakite and Larkspur, and they got their first egg today. And Unakite's brother, Dacite, down here with his girl, whom I named Wraith, have their first egg. So the brothers are in sync. These 2 are taking their sweet time. Now this hen didn't have any luck with breeding last time around. She got egg bound. So I'm watching her very carefully, but I don't see her moving very fast. She looks like she's in season. She loves her man, but nothing much is happening. So I'll just wait and see. If she looks like she's not going to breed, then so be it. I'll pull her, and she'll have to wait till some other time. Steel and Spring have 3 eggs so far with not a single embryo. Last time Steel failed to fill any eggs. He may have gone infertile on me, and I can't imagine why, because he's only 2 years old. So I do have 2 daughters from him. One from a first breeding with a recessive pied that I was going to sell, but then when I realized he had gone infertile, I thought maybe I better keep her. And then I have another daughter of his with Hyacinth from last spring, and that is all. But he's a big, tall bird with a good blow and a nice mask, and he'll be kept as a showbird, part of my, quote, show team, unquote. This is Colorado, and his girl, who doesn't have a name. She gets a name when she lays an egg. But as you can see, she is in the box. Yay! This is Go Right and Baby is in the box. She's obviously not in the box right. Uh-oh. Do you have a piece of string stuck to you? What's that about? I will have to look into that. She looks like she has a piece of string from the sheet. Let me see. Oh no, it wasn't stuck to her. I'll have to pull that out though. So she is in the box, exploring, not sitting. These two are going out of gangbusters, and we have fertility. So Danube and Glory gonna throw me a bunch of sky blue beauties. These two are doing absolutely nothing. I have seen her sneak into the box a time or two, but boy, did they move slow. This is Quinn, and he's in here with Aster. Aster has 2 eggs, and there is no babies inside of them. However, I see them in the act fairly regularly, so I'm assuming that the lack of fertility in the first few eggs is just because old Quinn here is a newbie and hasn't quite figured it out yet, but he will. This is Hagrid, the little green guy in there, and his girl Lava, and they have their first egg. This is Tim's and Loren, and Loren is in and out of the nest, but no eggs yet. This is Amenadiel and Shakti, and today is their hatch date for their first egg. But Shakti didn't start sitting for a couple of days, so I'm betting there's no baby in here yet. Come on, Shakti, let's see. No babies yet. Just cute little eggs. And this is no name. No, this is Callahan and Rain. And they have a couple of eggs in there, but no fertility yet. So, things are popping along here. That's most of the first birds that I set up have laid an egg. Except for these, at least laid an egg, except for these 2 right here in the middle that were taking their time because they wanted a full divider. Well, now they've got their full divider, and they're going to give me some eggs soon. I will give, so that means I have 14 pairs set up. And I will give Niall and Flo their box tomorrow. I just washed it out and bleached it and everything, and it's drying. So they'll get their box tomorrow, and they're a bonded pair. They'll get at it instantly. I'll have an egg in 5 days. So, okay. Yes, you two are just gonna make the prettiest babies. I am so pleased. Okay, so that's it for the update. I'm afraid you will bite me. He says I will bite you. Terrible birdie. She's a terrible birdie. McCabe, how can I have such a terrible birdie girlfriend? She's terrible. Look at that little guy. That is Kenny Loggins' boy, his little look-alike boy. Just to give you an idea. That's his dad right there. And when he grows up, he will look like that. And his full brother is also obviously going to be a very nice bird. Is that his full brother sitting next to him? It might be. This little green, the big green guy right there. So, or it might be one of those guys. I'm not sure. So, our little babies are doing great. Unhappily, Indus's mate Luna passed away. She was in sick bay, and she looked like she was doing better for a few days, and then clearly she was not, and I said, you know, this is getting to be terrible, so I put her down. But she left us with this beautiful little baby here, and another beautiful one around the corner. And I will find Indus another beautiful permanent lady. She was his permanent mate. They bred twice. So he's kind of missing her. The other thing that happened was, out of the blue, Lemony, where's Chalk? There's Chalk down there. He was with Lemony, my beautiful double factor Spangled hen. I came out the other day and she had died. She didn't even look sick to me. She was 3 years old, but that's still not an age to just drop dead. But that might have something to do with why none of her eggs went forward. She had something going on. But yeah, I mean, she was laying on the ground and he was sitting with her body and cleaning it and stuff. And when I picked her up, she was not missing a single feather. There were no bite marks or anything on her. There was no blood. She had good body weight on. There was no dirty vent feathers for diarrhea. Nothing. So it was one of those things where you just never know. I'm really sad because I never did get a live pick out of her. But maybe that's why. Something was wrong, you know. So I've decided that in spite of... Where is he? I don't know where he is. There he is up there. In spite of the fact that the chicks came out okay, I'm going to offload Doyle because that great big beautiful violet hen down there, her coloration deserves a bird that she can throw white-based chicks with. Because she had nice chicks, they're good quality, but now I've got a bunch of green chicks with a violet factor. And there's just not that. She's got all that flash going, and there's just no flash in a green baby with a violet factor. Look at her. She's going to bite my shirt. She's a terrible beast, McCabe. I'll walk over to this side, and she'll come over and bite my shirt over here, too, because she's terrible. See? She's terrible. I will have to beat her. Stop. Stop. She says, I will bite you. Why bite me? She says, I want to go breed. Give me a nest box. She's a terrible beast. So anyway, a couple of unexpected sorrows, but you know, when you have 100 birds and their lifespan is between 5 and 8 years, you count on losing somewhere between 10 and 20 a year. So I don't really lose that many, but you know, we'll see. So anyway, these babies are coming along nicely. They love to play with this perch, and I tried taping one side of it to keep them from throwing it on the ground, and now it just hangs there in an interesting way, and they just can't get enough of that. So, alrighty then. There's my boys. Oh, you can't see them through the wire. There. That is Brother Junior and O'Dowd. Looking handsome. And those are two of O'Dowd's babies. Very nice. That Opaline Spangled chick right there is just really got the size and the big head and all kind of promise. So I'm very pleased there. And all of these guys over here are last spring's babies. They're 6 months old now. And I'm quite pleased with them. There's only one adult bird in here, and it's Bear Grylls right there. All the rest of these are spring babies. 6 months old and really kind of blooming. I'm really happy about that. You see, that's one of Larkspur's babies. Spangled Tide, just like his mama, only he's a maw. Well, she's a maw too. He has better markings though, so still quality anyway. I'm loving my great big tall. These guys are rainbow line. They're all split to gray wing. Some of them are split to opaline. Some of them are yellow face, and things are going along. That's a couple of nice boys right there. They got a lot of height on them. They're very tall. There's another one right there. It's a good thing that I think both of Luna's chicks are girls, because I got a lot of boys out of this first set. And my double factor spangle here, he's not a showbird because of that flaw on his feathers in his belly right there, but his sister is, look at her, clean as a whistle. And he's got another sister in the other cage because she flew over there. Over in this cage, Indy is the only adult in here. He's there hanging with one of his boys. I got a lot of really tall birds in here. Indy's babies are so much bigger than he is. those are his kids on either side of him, and they're both bigger than he is. By half a head or more. So, and this is another one right here. I have to give some of them up, and I'm not going to want to because they're little stunners. This is baby and dacites, and that's the other one right there. They're both really nice chicks. I'm very pleased. This one has a great mask on it. This one not so much, but give it time. Yeah, and let's see, this great big tall blue guy right here is Agate and Asper's baby, and his, so one of these two spangles right here is Storm's chick. I would say it's probably the little girl right here, because I don't think Storm would throw, see that big spot on that guy's mask? That's a from baby's line, not from the other. So I would say this is probably Storm's baby. And see, this great big tall spangles up here are, both of these are Congo and Rains, and they are going to be monsters. At 6 months, they're really tall birds. So I'm very pleased with them. So okay. That's results from last spring.